Today on StockCharts In Focus, another brand new addition to the site, expanding on our after hours data coverage. We now have charting for the pre and post market sessions. What's more, we're doing this in SharpCharts and in ACP, our new interactive advanced charting platform. So regardless of which platform you are using on StockCharts, you can now chart the pre and post market sessions for the stocks that you're following. Plus, you can always view quotes on our symbol summary page, and we're going to be rolling out a couple more options here as we go. So lots to cover today, another exciting addition. Of course, you know what it is. It's all new. It's all here. It's StockCharts In Focus. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me today on StockCharts In Focus, our product focus show here on StockCharts TV that we do every Friday. New episodes, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time if you're new to the show, and of course up on our YouTube channel afterwards. This is really, though, where we get to dive into the site, dig into the features, and on a day like today where we got something brand new rolling out on StockCharts, this is where we get to introduce it to you, show you around, show you what's new, show you what's here, and make sure that you are aware of everything that's happening so that you can get the most value out of StockCharts possible. So my name is Grayson Roze. I'm the Vice President of Operations here at StockCharts, if you don't know me. And today, like I mentioned, is just always a fun episode when we get to introduce something new that can really become part of your workflow on StockCharts. Now, in this specific case, we have something that's sort of expanding on an existing feature. We've had after hours data for some time with basic price quotes for the pre and post market sessions. But we had a lot of people asking us about charting that data, viewing it on their SharpCharts or on their ACP charts to complement the quotes that they're seeing on symbol summary in those pre and post market sessions. So today I am thrilled to announce that we have rolled that out on the site, again in SharpCharts and in ACP. So we're going to dig into that, show you how it works, and make sure that you're aware of everything you can do with this brand new feature. So let's get to it. We're going to start here today from the Charts and Tools page, one of my favorites on the site because it is a great directory of everything that is there. You can access this page simply by going up to the top of any page around StockCharts, look for Charts and Tools. But again, this is a great directory, really gives you a sense of everything that's available on StockCharts and allows you to quickly and easily access any of our different tools and features around the site. I thought this would be a great place to start because we now have pre and post market data available in a couple of different places. We're going to show you how it works in SharpCharts, where you can actually chart that data. We're going to show you how it works in ACP, where you can also chart that data. But another place that we have it available is in our symbol summary page. So down here under summary pages, we've got a card for the symbol summary page, which is kind of our high-level research tool. I love to use that page when I'm out on the go, for instance, just kind of checking up on different symbols from maybe my cell phone or my tablet. But this is actually the first place that we introduced after hours data, just with quotes. We have basic quotes on this page. So we're going to jump over there now because it's actually another great launch pad into the different tools, whether you want to use SharpCharts to chart the pre and post market sessions or ACP. So let's jump over to the symbol summary page. We'll take a look at how after hours data looks over there and then jump into SharpCharts and ACP. Here we are on the symbol summary page, and you'll notice that front and center, we have an after hours quote, in this case for the post-market session. As of this recording, we're recording here today in the post-market session. So we're looking at Apple, and we're looking at how Apple is trading in that post-market session. It's available right there in the middle of the page, and it shows up automatically whenever you're accessing this page during the pre or post-market periods. It's going to stick around too, so you can always come in and check on that later. But pre and post market data available here on our symbol summary page, kind of the first place that we rolled this out last year, actually. But now with the new charting features, we've actually expanded on this and given you sort of more visibility into what's really happening throughout those pre and post market sessions. So this page, I love it because it actually allows you to access really any of the charting tools. Once you've kind of taken that high level view, again, that's kind of what this page is, our high level research tool with fundamentals. Earnings dates are here, by the way, sort of a summary of technicals, different things. But once you want to dig a little deeper into the charts, you can do that really easily. You can access any of our different charting tools here using this row of links. This will get you over to things like SharpCharts, PNF charts, gallery view, perf charts, seasonality, even historical data for any symbol that you're looking at. Or you can actually simply click on this chart to launch a Sharp chart. You can also launch ACP though with this advanced chart button here. That's going to launch our full screen interactive advanced charting platform, ACP. So again, I find that the symbol summary page is a great place when I'm sort of out on the go. Maybe I'm checking up on something that's just reported earnings and I want to just kind of get a quick sense of what's happening in that post-market session or in the pre-market session. This is a great place to come and just get a quick quote. But let's launch over to SharpCharts and we'll take a look at how we can actually chart this data in our original platform, SharpCharts. Here we are on the SharpCharts workbench, and in this case, we're looking at the same symbol, looking at Apple. And what we have up here on the screen is a 2-day, 1-minute chart. So 2 days worth of data, and each bar represents 1 minute. Now, you'll notice that this chart looks pretty standard because I actually don't have the pre and post market data turned on yet. To do that, all I've got to do is scroll down here below the chart, and you'll notice that we have a new little extended hours checkbox added to the workbench. We call this the SharpCharts workbench. So when you're on an intraday chart, this applies to intraday charts. To see this data, you've got to be on an intraday chart. So 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, 30, 60, whatever you want to chart, as long as it's below a daily, you'll be able to see the pre and post market sessions for the last couple of days. You come down here, you give that a click, hit update, and you'll notice that this chart now looks a little bit different. Again, we're still looking at 2 days worth of data, but what we've added are these color-coded sections for the pre and post-market trading. So in this case, we have one post-market session here for Apple from yesterday. Then we have the pre-market session from today here in blue. And we have our latest post-market session here in purple. So we can see all those. We get data for it that's going to match the chart. So whatever you have the chart set to, that's what we're going to do as far as the period goes for the after-hour sessions as well. So again, in this case, I've got a 1 minute chart. Every bar represents 1 minute. So in the post-market data, I'm also going to have each bar representing 1 minute of trading. Now, these post-market sessions, though, are a little bit more thinly traded, or in this case, quite a lot more thinly traded. So what I like to do with this data is actually come here, zoom out a little bit. I love using 1 minute charts, for instance, during the trading day, because it's a really, really active view. I can really dig in and see what's happening on a very narrow time frame. But for those post-market sessions, things start to look a little bit better as we drag this period out. So for instance, let's move this to a 10-minute bar. I'm going to hit update. We can see that those pre and post-market sessions start to look a little bit better because we're going to sort of take the thinly traded nature out a little bit, make that a little less important. So here we can see these pre and post-market sessions pretty clearly. And again, those color-coded zones are gonna mark whether it's the post-market session in purple or the pre-market session in blue. We can drag this time frame out. Let's say we want to do 5 days. Here we can look at 5 days of data, and we can see that we get more of those pre and post market sessions in play. So you can really start to kind of zoom out and see how the stock that you're watching has been trading throughout those different sessions. Again, the extended hours trading sessions really adding even more market activity to what you're getting in those standard hours. And you can now see that here on SharpCharts on your intraday charts. Simply by coming down to the bottom of the workbench, click extended hours, hit update, and you'll be able to see that right away. So a great new view and a great new feature here that we've added to SharpCharts. Now, we've also rolled this out in ACP, our new advanced interactive full screen charting platform. Lots and lots there. And what's interesting about ACP is that it actually brings in symbol summary as well. So there are a couple of interesting things that we're doing with ACP that I want to cover here today. I am going to go up to the top of this page at the top of the workbench, click ACP, and I'm going to type in the same ticker symbol. We've got Apple. Here we go, launching ACP. if you're not familiar with ACP, it is a full screen platform. We are truly building a real platform, fully immersive, very dynamic. These charts have a very fluid feel to them. You can drag things around, move stuff up and down. There is a lot, just tons here to play with in ACP. And it really is kind of the next generation of stock charts. We're having a blast building this platform, and we just keep doing more and more and more with it. So exciting to see what the team has been launching. Last week, we launched alerts in the platform, so you can now actually come over here down to the bottom left corner, give that little alerts icon a click. And to set alerts for any of the stocks or funds that you're watching, any of the symbols that you're watching, all you got to do is simply click on the chart. It's going to enter a price there in the box, and you hit save, and there you go. You got an alert set. So lots happening with ACP, but the new addition this week has been after hours data. So to complement what we did over in SharpCharts, adding those pre and post market trading sessions, we've also added it here in ACP. Now, it is a little bit different because there are actually a couple of extra features that we get in ACP. Again, this being a full featured platform with views, for instance, on the right side of the screen, lots more data, lots more panels and things to play around with. We've actually added some pretty powerful features here for those pre and post market trading sessions. So I want to dig into that and show you how it works here in ACP. You notice that when I opened here on the right side of the screen, I clicked that little file icon to open the symbol summary panel. So the exact same data that we were looking at earlier on that symbol summary page, we've actually brought that into ACP and made it a feature of the platform right here on the right side of the screen. So all the good stuff that you get in the symbol summary page as a standalone feature, you can actually get that in ACP here as well. And it's going to match whatever symbol you have up on the screen. So in this case, I've got a daily chart of Apple here on the center of the screen, and I click that symbol summary icon to open up that panel. And just like we were looking at earlier, front and center, I've got my after hours quote there on the screen for Apple. So if you're just interested in getting kind of a quick quote of what's happening in the after hours session, this is a great feature to open and close. You can just kind of pop that open and see what's happening in the after hours session. Now in ACP, we also have a couple of different features of the chart itself though. You'll notice that at the top of the screen, I've actually got a post-market quote here for Apple that's going to line up with that symbol summary page as well. So to turn this on, I come over here. I got a couple of different ways to get to this actually. I can either click the legend, what we call the legend of the chart where it says Apple. I can click that to launch the chart settings for this chart overall. Or I can open up this chart settings menu, again, that top toggle, open that up and look for the little gears icon next to the symbol. Either of those are gonna launch the chart settings menu for this chart overall. Now, this is kind of a complement to what we have in SharpCharts with all of those different menus down below your chart. In ACP, they're kind of all over on the left side of the screen in a collapsible panel. So a lot of those same checkboxes and menus that you find in SharpCharts, you'll also find over here in ACP. In this case, we have a very similar extended hours checkbox here in the chart settings. So you'll notice that in my case, that's actually checked. I have that checked on. And when I check that on, this post-market or pre-market quote is going to appear at the top of my charts no matter what time frame I'm looking at. So if I'm looking at a daily chart or a weekly chart or a monthly chart or anything, I'll actually get that pre and post market quote as part of the chart header when I have that extended hours checkbox turned on for sort of larger time periods. Now, it's going to work the same though as we looked at in SharpCharts. When I go to an intraday chart, if I have that extended hours checkbox turned on, I'll actually be able to chart that data in addition to seeing the quote at the top of the screen. So this is actually something that we are going to be bringing to SharpCharts very soon. We've done it here in ACP first, added these quotes to your daily charts and your weekly charts and everything else. So look for that on SharpCharts pretty soon. We'll be sure to mention it here on another edition of the show. But let's jump over here in ACP to an intraday chart, and we'll take a look at how that extended hours charting looks in ACP. I am going to jump over here to my chart styles, and one of the charts that I've actually saved is an intraday 5-minute chart. So let's jump over to that 5-minute chart, and you'll notice that we've got those same colored bars here. In this case, I've got sort of a darker theme on, so those bars are pretty apparent, but I can change the color scheme. They're still gonna be that same kind of purple and blue scheme that we looked at in SharpCharts. Again, I've got now we're looking at a 5-minute chart of Apple, and I've got those pre and post market sessions here switched on for this chart. It's pretty cool too when you're looking specifically at intraday action, being able to sort of scroll through time, zoom in on specific parts of the chart that you want to see. All of that is possible here in ACP. So I really find that when I'm looking at intraday charts, the dynamic nature of those ACP charts being a little bit more interactive, a little more fluid, is pretty cool. So again, works very similar though. All you got to come do is click that legend. Make sure that you have extended hours turned on for your ACP charts. And if you're looking at an intraday chart, if you've selected anything here on an intraday time period, anything below a daily, weekly, monthly, any of that, any of these, you'll actually be able to chart after hours data for the stocks that you're watching right in ACP. And when you combine that with the symbol summary view over here on the right side, there's just so much to see and explore here in ACP. Really does bring a nice powerful element there, having even more data available to you just kind of right there in the side of the platform, in addition to that after hours charting. So pretty easy to turn on, and the one major difference between ACP and SharpCharts right now is that in addition to being able to chart that data on your intraday charts, you can also turn on extended hours for your daily and weekly charts to get those pre and post market quotes added to the top of your screen, the top of your chart headers. Again, something that we're going to be bringing to SharpCharts pretty soon, in addition to a whole bunch of other things. We're looking at after hours data for your chart lists, after hours data for a whole bunch of features around the site. This really is just kind of the early innings, the beginning of bringing this to StockCharts in a more full featured way. So we're so excited to have after hours charting on the site now, both in SharpCharts and in ACP. But definitely something to go play around with. Hopefully you enjoy it. Go enjoy watching even more market data there in those pre and post market sessions, regardless of which platform you are using. So I know we covered a ton here on today's edition of StockCharts In Focus. After hours charting for pre and post market sessions now in SharpCharts and ACP. We're thrilled to have this, so excited to be bringing this to you. And it really is just the beginning of this as we start to add after hours data to even more features around the site. I want to thank you for joining me today on StockCharts In Focus, our product focus show that we do every Friday. If you got something out of this, join us for next week's edition and every week after that, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time on StockCharts TV, or you can always look for this up on our YouTube channel after that as well. We've got all the previous editions of this show on the YouTube channel as well, so go check out previous editions. We did a deep dive on symbol summary, for instance, a few weeks ago, so check that out. We've had a lot of things on ACP, more stuff on SharpCharts, lots more coming, so be sure to mark your calendars for Fridays. We got new episodes every week for you, StockCharts In Focus, again on the channel and up on YouTube as well. My name is Grayson Roze, Vice President of Operations here at StockCharts. And I want to thank you again for joining me today. Look forward to having you for another edition very soon. And until then, chart on, my friends.
Hey guys, Dave Keller here with StockCharts.com. Thanks so much for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, and we hope you did, hit the like button right below. Also, we have so much new content every day. Consider subscribing to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button in the video or right below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have a fantastic day.